Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruby, and today we're going to be going through my November TBR. November is my birthday month, so this month I'm actually going to be choosing all of the books that I want to read myself instead of using the TBR mug. If you were here last month, you saw that I put like all the books that I hadn't read in the mug and I was pulling this time, and I think we're going to start this in December. I have prompts, and so I have a bunch of really fun prompts, and I can't wait to do this because I just think it's really fun, but I think I'm gonna wait till December. Here's a little example. So this one says a book that is more than 10 years old, and I think it'll be fun to go through my shelves, and not just my shelves but also my Libby and Hoopla, and pick books. However, because this is my birthday month, I want to love everything that I read, so I chose 15 books, which is ambitious. Hopefully I love them all. Hopefully they're all 5 stars, but they're probably not all gonna be. However, let's go through the list. If you have tell me your absolute favorite book, leave it down below, because I want this month to just be amazing. I want to mood read. I don't want to have to like just stick with something for the sake of sticking with it. So tell me your favorites and help me make this an amazing birthday month. So the first 2 books that I'm gonna read, unfortunately I don't have physical copies to. I have them on my Amazon wishlist, but I probably won't get them this year because honestly I just can't buy any more books this year. I've already told you I'm in Maryland. I'm new here. I don't have a job, so I just need to hold off on that. But it's okay because I have them on Libby. I have One Dark Window and 2 Twisted Crowns. Everybody's been raving about these books, and I want to know what the hype is about, especially with that second book. Everybody seems to love that second book. Sorry if you hear the pitter patter of feet. That's Butters. He's playing with his toys. Hopefully he lays down and plays with them instead of walking around, but I'm not going to stop him because he's having a good time. But yeah, I'm excited about these. I don't really know anything about them. I know that they have, from what I hear, an interesting magic system, and that's really all I know. But for most books, I like to not know anything because I think that's just the best way to go into something. So I'll be reading those. And then also on Libby, I have 2 more holds that came up, which is crazy because I only get 14 days to read the books. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to read these soon. The first one is The Chain. Again, with thrillers especially, I don't like to know much about them because I feel like it can ruin the thriller, right? So The Chain, all I know is that kids are getting kidnapped, and the parents realize that in order to get your kid back, you have to kidnap a new kid. So you have to keep the chain going. The premise sounds interesting to me. I haven't read much like the reviews and stuff, but I'm hoping that it's good. And then the other one I put on hold like months ago was The Only One Left. Yeah, The Only One Left. I put this on hold months ago and it's finally come up. I wish it would have come up in October, but it's fine. So I'm gonna try this again. I don't know much about it. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. I've never read a book by Riley Sager, which I think this is by Riley Sager, so hopefully it's a good time. I like to read thrillers and romance books in between fantasy books, just to, you know, fantasy can be a lot because there's a lot of characters, world building. So unfortunately I don't really have many romance books. I actually don't think I have any romance books in this list, which is unfortunate. I really want to read book 2, which is of the A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, but that doesn't come out till November 28th, my birthday. So I'm not gonna get to read that, but we'll see. The next one that I'll be reading very soon is a biggie, Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Obviously don't have the physical copy. I did pre-order it though. That is a book I allowed myself to buy because we all know I love Fourth Wing, and actually I don't know if you can see it because I can't see the camera, but I have Fourth Wing over there, and then I ordered the holiday edition and I got the Fairy Loot edition, but I actually got it from Fairy Loot, so I think they said they're gonna ship out next year, like in April, so it'll be a bit till I get that one, but I think those 3 are good enough. I did want the German edition, but it's selling for like $200, which obviously I don't have, and I'm not gonna get that right now. The one with the dragon, because there's two, but the one with like the dragon actually sprayed is gorgeous, but it's fine. I think these three are enough. And I'm excited about Iron Flame. I have heard some theories on TikTok that are making me a little nervous, like the one about Dane being the actual enemy to lover story. No, like, stop, don't even bring that up, because listen, Xaden has to be endgame, because if he's not, I think we're all gonna riot. But hopefully it's good. But I don't know, like, I don't know how this can be a 5-book series. It's 5 books, right? That's freaking crazy to me, like, because I mean, Xaden and Violet already got together. I don't know, but hopefully it's good. We'll see. Next, I have 2 books that I'm going to be reading because of my brother. Well, actually I have 4 books that I'm reading because of him. First of all, I gifted him a copy of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for his birthday in July, and I have one too, and he read it, and I feel so bad that we didn't buddy read it, so I'm gonna read it now. He did enjoy it, and I want to see if I'll like it too. I'm sure everybody knows what this is about, but Addie has made a deal to essentially sell her soul for immortality in a moment of desperation, and now everybody that she meets forgets about her immediately. Like, once they finish talking, they forget about her until one day somebody doesn't. And I feel like this is such a polarizing book. People love it, people hate it, but I'm gonna read it for my own opinion. I've only ever read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and I gave it 4 stars. I really liked Victor in that book, did not like Eli at all, but hopefully this is good, because I really want to love it, and of course I want to discuss it with my brother, so this will be a priority for sure. And then I was supposed to buddy read Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat with him, and there was miscommunication, so he already read it, and I was like, what? When did we start? So now I have to read it and catch up. I actually started this on audiobook, and I'm like on chapter 3 or 4, and so far so good. Not much has happened, but I feel like it's gonna start picking up pretty soon. This is supposed to be like, I've heard people say it's drawing like inspo from like Lord of the Rings, where we have like a chosen one. So we'll see how that goes. There's like a quest, which is always nice. Quests, trials, fun times. There's no trials in here, but I think there's a quest. So yeah, the back says the dark will rise, who will fall, who will stand. So I think this is going to be a quick read, and like I said, I have to read it because he read it and we want to discuss it. And then I have 2 that we're going to be buddy reading. We have The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret. He actually just sent me this. I got it in the mail because I only had this one, and he bought me this one and sent it to me so that we could buddy read them. These books by Frida McFadden, thrillers, fast reads. Everything that she writes pretty much is like a fast read. I'm not very picky with books, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna enjoy these. Some people really like them, some people say they're trash. I don't think I'll think they'll trash because like I said, I'm not too serious about any books. And I did read The Inmate. It's the only Frida McFadden I've read, The Inmate, and I thought it was good. It wasn't like, I feel like her books are not groundbreaking, but they're a fun time, and that's what I'm here for, a fun time. So we'll start with this one, then we'll read this one, and it'll be good to read these in between all the fantasy that's going to be going on. So I'm excited about these, and especially because I'm going to read them with him. Then if you saw my vampire video that I filmed, I started The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Well, I finished that for that vlog. If you want more thoughts, go to that vlog, the vampire one. I'll put it up here in a card. But I'm going to continue on with it because I did enjoy it. I gave it 4.5 stars, I think. So I have the novella, which I heard you should read in between and then go to this one. So we have 6 Scorched Roses and The Ashes and The Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. And apparently there's like 5 books in this series or in this world, which I thought this was it, but I guess not. I haven't looked it up or researched it, but I can't see how there's going to be multiple books, because the end of the first book, I was like, what? So I can see a lot more happening, and I'm here for it. So I'll be reading these. And in case you didn't know, these books are about, we follow Araya, who is a human that was adopted by one of the vampire kings, and she lives among the vampires. She enters this like tournament so that their goddess, Nyaxia can grant her a wish. And there's trials, there's an enemies to lovers plot. It was pretty good, so I'm excited to continue this. And it was a really fast read, so I'm sure these will be too, especially that little tiny novella. And then I want to read this trilogy, the Caraval trilogy, because I got all 3 of the Once Upon a Broken Heart books. I got them in the hardcover, the UK editions, which are gorgeous. Let me pull one so you can see it, or all of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. We have Once Upon a Broken Heart. We have The Ballad of Never After. And then we have A Curse for True Love. Super beautiful books, but I forgot how much UK bounded hardcovers suck. And if you're from the UK, like, no shade, but your books suck. No shade, and then totally shady. I just hate, like, I don't understand, like, why do they do this, that they don't actually fully bind the book. Like, let's see. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like it's about to freaking break. Like, they don't bind them on the spine, and it's just awful. Like, why do they do this? I feel like with all the US books, like, they don't do that. They fully bind them. Like, here's a US bound book. Like, it's fully glued at the bottom. There's no weird gap. Like, I can open this and I don't hear any like tearing or stretching. Like, why do they do this? I'm sure there's a reason, but I'm not going to look it up because I don't care enough. But some of the covers from the UK are gorgeous, so it is what it is. I totally regret selling my paperbacks of that series. I should not have sold them, but I couldn't remember that the UK bound hardcovers suck. So I'm gonna have to look for them on Libby or something, because I'm not gonna read those. I'm gonna ruin them. But yeah, I want to read this trilogy. I only have this one in like the actual physical copy. The other ones I'll have to read on Hoopla. And I think that I want to get them all in hardcover so that they match those. But like I said, I can't buy any more books this year, so again, I'll just have them on my wish list until I can buy them next year. But yeah, I'm excited. I know that this has mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I hope that I do love it. The premise sounds interesting. We have a carnival that just shows up randomly, and I mean, there's a whole premise, but basically we don't know if the events of Caraval are true or not. We have a sister trying to find another sister. Very vague. Everything that you read should be vague so that you can enjoy it the most. But yeah, I'm excited to start those and to finish them. And then I'm doing it, guys. I'm finally starting Throne of Glass. This, I feel like I'm the most excited about, even more than Iron Flame. I'm just so excited about these. I'm gonna read these two only, or try to just read these, and then maybe if I have time, Crown of Midnight for November. But I'm gonna start with the Assassin's Blade. I know the like reading order of this series is very talked about, and I actually posted on TikTok asking people what they thought, but I think ultimately I'm gonna start with this one because that's how Sarah says to do it, so that's how I'm gonna do it. So these two, and then I'll move on to the rest of the series. I'm so excited, so excited. These for sure are like my most anticipated reads for November, for sure. So I think I'm gonna be putting them off because I tend to do that. Like, I read what I think I'll like the least first and then the most later, or I get super excited that I start. But I think I'm gonna be putting these off because I'm just feeling that. And then we have A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. This was part of my October TBR, but I didn't get to it. I didn't get to finish it. I literally just started it on Halloween and I'm 40 pages in. So far, nothing like crazy has happened because it's only 40 pages. But one thing I did notice was that her writing is very like descriptive and flowery-ish, which is not always my vibe. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm going to push through, and I'm probably going to read this first before anything else because I already started it. Hopefully I love it. Hopefully it's not like with Divine Rivals that like everybody loved it and I didn't, because the more that I sit on that, the more I realize that I just didn't like Divine Rivals, and I gave it a gracious 3.5 stars, but I just didn't like it. That being said, I did order, I had already pre-ordered Ruthless Vows, and I ordered the UK edition in hardcover, which, as I said, I hate, but the covers are so pretty, and the US editions of Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows are so ugly. Like, I'm sorry, but they're ugly. So I had to get the UK ones. It's fine because I don't care if I ruin those books because I didn't like Divine Rivals, and hopefully Ruthless Vows is better. But the reason I got them is because it's a duology. So it's not like I had to commit to like 5 books that I might potentially not like. It's just 2. Hopefully I love the second one because it seems like that's going to have some sort of fantasy aspect in it. I hate that people are saying that Divine Rivals is a romantasy because like it had like no fantasy in there. So if anything, it was more like magical realism with the little typewriters, but I'm just salty about it. So hopefully I like Ruthless Vows though. And that's it. Those are the 15 books that I intend to read. But like I said, it's my birthday month, so definitely leave something down below, like like your favorite books. That way I can just have a good time, because I'm already sad. Like I'm literally here in Maryland by myself, well, with my husband, but he's always working. And it's just gonna be sad not having my family, because I do everything with my family. And Christmas already, like I took out my little Max and my Grinch because I'm already gonna put them up. And I'm just so sad because I always was like the one to get everything organized and have like prizes and games and all that with my family for Christmas. And like I would literally sit by the tree and like hand out the gifts, and I would buy like at least 40 presents to give to my 4 family members. I love Christmas, and this year it's just gonna be us, and my birthday too. It's on the 28th of November. So yeah, at least I want to have a good reading month. So let me know what your faves are. I don't want to be too sad about it. I actually got a gift today, which is right here. I just opened it. A very early gift from my mom and my brother. It's the Victor and Rolf Ruby Orchid, or the Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid, and it has like the actual, let me see if I can open it. Ugh. It has the perfume and then the little travel size one, and I love this so much, not just because it has ruby in it, but I love this. So thank you so much. They watch all my videos. Gracias, mama. Thanks, Johnny. So yeah, I'm excited for the fun times, the fun reads, and hopefully we have several 5 stars. I've been very careful with my 5 stars because I just feel like I was being too generous with my ratings, and now I'm like, no, you have to be a little stricter. That being said, I did have 2 5-star reads in October, so hopefully we have more in November. As always, if you enjoyed spending time with me, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you Friday with my October reading wrap up. Bye.